Today I'm going to talk about Coronallacs, and I'm going to show you how I did it and how you can plan your own version of it. What I love about this hike is that you will hike around an entire country. And mind you, this hike is only 92 kilometers long, so this country is tiny. The name Coronallacs is Catalan and it means the crown of lakes. So this hike is filled with lakes. And that's what I love about it, because for me, I just love the combination of mountains and lakes everywhere. For me, that's super beautiful. Can you guess what country I'm talking about? And the third thing I really like about this hike is that you could do it completely free. You don't need to pay anything for accommodation. And I'm not talking about wild camping, because you can have an actual roof over your head and you don't need to pay anything. So I'm going to show you how you can do it. The hike I'm talking about is located in Andorra. So Andorra is a teeny tiny country hidden here in the Pyrenees. So it's between Spain and France. So here you can see the country border, and then the route goes literally around the whole country. So which I think that's pretty cool. And the guide I'm using here is from takehike.io, so you will also get access to all the information I'm going to show you here, okay? So I'll leave the link down in the description. Yeah? Okay, let's talk about numbers for this hike. The total distance is 92 kilometers, the elevation gain is 6,500, and since it's a circular route, you will go down the same amount. Yeah? And the highest point on this route is 2,800. So how do you get there? You can fly to Barcelona, and from Barcelona you can drive with the car just 2.5 hours. You can also take a bus from Barcelona with this company, direct bus, and they leave either from the Barcelona airport or from the center, from the main train station, Barcelona Sants. And it goes directly to Andorra la Vella, and the journey is just 3 hours. The hike, it's connected by 4 staffed mountain huts. So usually people complete this in 5 days. And if you use these mountain huts and you get the half board, you can do the hike with a very light backpack. I planned this hike very last minute, so I didn't manage to book all the refugios. And also I kind of wanted to do camping, so I carried all my camping gear with me in case I had to do some wild camping. So I had 2 mountain huts booked, and then for the other nights, I kind of thought I'm just going to wing it, go there, show up and ask if they do have availability in the mountain hut. I would sleep there. If not, I would sleep in my tent. So you have the option to use these staffed mountain huts, but you really need to book them in advance. So each of them, they have their own webpage where you can contact them, or they have some sort of booking system. So it's easy to kind of book them, but you do need to do that in advance. And like I promised, you can do this hike completely free, so you don't need to pay for accommodation. And in order to do that, you can use what I like to call unmanned huts. So you have staffed mountain huts where you have people working there, they make you food and everything, and then there are these unmanned mountain huts, like free mountain huts. Those are like, there are no people working there. Sometimes they have this guard during the summertime doing some sort of maintenance there, but in general, they are just these like little huts in the mountain that are completely free for everyone to use. So this is one of them. Usually they are these like stone buildings, and inside they have some bunk beds. Usually there's a little fireplace or like a chimney. But they're very basic, and usually there's a table as well, so you can, make your food. Obviously, you need to bring your own sleeping bag and also like your sleeping mattress. The hike starts from Andorra la Vella, which is the capital. It's a cute little town hidden right in the valley. So on the first day, it was 12 kilometers long, and then the elevation gain was 1,500. And if you look at the graph here, you can see the climb. It's super gradual, so climbing 1,500, it could not be easier than this. Like, it was super, super gradual, little by little, and you go through this beautiful forest. It's in a valley, there's a river, so you're following the river most of the way. However, you cannot count on the river as a water source because you're not hiking on the same level as the river. And during the first stage, you will go through 2 free mountain huts. So there's first one right over here, and then another one over here. So these are completely free to use. They are open all year round. So you have these 2 options here as well to use as a accommodation, or if not, you can go to Refugi L'Illa, which is a big mountain hut. And so that's where I went, and I didn't have a reservation for this. So I just showed up, asked them if they have any availability, but no, they were all full. But they did explain to me that there is an area a bit higher up from the mountain hut where you are allowed to pitch your tent. But you cannot do camping, like you need to put your tent up, right before sunset, and you need to take it down right after sunrise. On the day 2, you'll start the day by climbing to this mountain pass, and this is actually the highest points along the route, the Col de Pessons. So you do first a little climb here, and then you go down, and this is a very beautiful area. Here you will pass through a lot of little lakes. So this one was really beautiful. And then here you have a chance to get something to eat, have a little break. There's a little restaurant there. So I stopped by, had a little bocadillo, like a sandwich, coffee, and aquarius. I mean, if you're hiking somewhere in Andorra or in Spain, you have to get yourself aquarius. This drink is my favorite. It's just so refreshing. It has all these salts and minerals and electrolytes, so it really helps you to recover from all the effort you've been doing, like you're sweating a lot, so it really helps you to recover. I really love it. I love aquarius. So here is your chance to have a little break. And then you actually, this area here, you will be in the ski slopes. So in Andorra, they are quite famous for their ski station, it's huge. I mean, the country is small, so most of the country is actually just a ski station. So yeah, this bit here, you're just kind of contouring along the ski slopes. So it's very exposed area, but beautiful. You can get some really nice views. And then you go down to Valira, and here you can find a little supermarket. It's the only supermarket you can find along this route. And then you start the second climb. And this one climbs to another mountain pass over here. And here there are a few little lakes along the way, beautiful. And then you will go through another free hut. If you want to do the free version of this hike, you could just sleep here. For this stage, I actually managed to book the mountain huts, Refugi Juclà. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but let's go with that. So this one, also, it has a really beautiful location. It's next to a big lake over here. So I finished my day here. So on day 3, you can see it's a lot of up and down, kind of sharp peaks here. But you start the day kind of easy, going like a bit rolling here along the mountain. Then you go down and you start climbing again. And yeah, here you go through, there's a lake. And next to the lake is another free mountain hut. And this one is a bit fancier. They even had electricity. So they have like lights inside. And they had this like outdoor toilet. So, and this one was quite big as well. So this one is, it's more advanced free mountain huts. And it's beautiful, like again, it's next to a lake, so can't go wrong with that. So once you get to that mountain hut, then you start climbing even more. And here it gets a bit steep. Then you start going down. And here, another free mountain hut. It's smaller, but it was really cute. Nice location. You can see like the valley down. So the views from this hut was really beautiful. Let's go up to the next mountain pass. And then it's a very long way down to Refugi Borda de Sorteny. And on this stage, I didn't have a plan where I'm going to sleep. I thought I'm just going to go down to this mountain huts to ask if they would have availability to sleep, or if I would be allowed to pitch my tent just for the night somewhere. But this area here, you can see it's Parque Natural, so you're not allowed to pitch your tents in any circumstance because it's a natural park. So with these guys as well, they were full. But what I didn't know is that they do have like free hut section within the huts. Okay, so let me show you here. So this is the mountain hut, and it's beautiful. Like you have this huge terrace outside. So there's like a little bar and restaurant inside, and then you can get like eat or have a drink here on the terrace. So that was really nice. Here's the front. So the main hut is here. Here you can get to the reception and everything. But then down here on the side, they have the free mountain huts. Kind of like they have this like free area that is accessible to everyone. And I think they have maybe 6 or 8 beds there. So I slept here. And there was also one other hiker that was using the same hut. So it was just me and this other guy. Day 4. So on this day, I knew when I planned the hike, I knew that this would be super hard. For the elevation gain, it showed me that I would have to climb 2,000 meters. And I've never done that before, especially with a full backpack. So I was carrying all of my camping gear and all of my food, actually. So my backpack was, it was kind of big. So climbing 2,000 meters in one day with the big backpack, it was a bit scary. It was a bit scary thought. But now when I actually did it, my watch, it showed me it was 1,800. So okay, a bit easier, but still, it was a tough day. Over 20 kilometers, and then I think the official numbers are like 1,900, for the climbs. And here you can kind of see it on the graph. So basically there's like one really big climb over here, and then another one here right at the end, which is a bit daunting. But the day starts really nicely, like you're going down to the valley, and then here you have a few little like villages, or not even villages. I mean, you have some hotels alongside the road. But it worked well because these hotels, they had a restaurant and a cafe. So I stopped in one of them and I had a coffee, and then they made me this sandwich to take away. And then I started my big climb. And when you are kind of, more than halfway through the climb, you will get to another free mountain hut. And also it's good, they have the water fountain outside so you can refill your water bottles. And then you can continue to do the rest of the climb. And here it's more exposed, a bit rocky. Along the way, again, you find another free mountain hut, so you could stay there. They also had a fountain to refill your bottles, and then you do the last climb. Yeah, I was really exhausted. My body was aching a lot. So yeah, I finished the day in Refugi Comapedrosa. And then the last day, day 5, it's kind of easy. It's a lot of kilometers to do, but the elevation gain is less than 600 meters. And then right here at the beginning, you do the climb up to this mountain pass. This part, it's another ski station. So you'll see a lot of ski lifts. And then when you get to this mountain pass, you start going down. So it's a long way down, but it's nice. You're going down in a forest. And then you just finish in Andorra la Vella again. If I would do the hike again, I would do a few things differently. So I wanted to do the hike in 5 days, which is the normal way of doing it. However, since I was carrying all of my camping gear, so I had a really big backpack, it was tough because of that, because every day you do need to do a lot of kilometers and you need to gain a lot of elevation every day. It's not worth it if you're carrying a big backpack. So if you do the same plan, if you stay at the staffed mountain huts, keep the backpack light, then it is way easier and more enjoyable to do this hike. But if you want to do wild camping or use the free mountain huts for this hike, then in that case you would have to carry your own food and your sleeping bag and that sort of stuff. So you would have a bigger backpack. And in that case, I would split the hike into 6 days. Yeah, just to make it a little bit easier. Otherwise, it will be very exhausting. So that's basically everything you need to know about Coronallacs. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.